There's an all-new comedy series on HBO Max called Starstruck. It's hilarious, it's fun, great writing, and stars you're going to recognize. I spoke with two individuals associated with the show. Let's take a look.
Today I have the opportunity to speak with Rose Matafeo as well as Nikesh Patel. They are venturing into the North American market with the comedy series Starstruck. Thank you so much, Rose and Nikesh, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
So, Rose, let's start with you. Tell me more about Starstruck.
Starstruck is a comedy show. There's 6 episodes of it, and and it is a rom-com set in London, centered around a relationship between Jessie, who I play, who is a New Zealander living in London, and Tom, who is a very famous actor living in London, and their sort of worlds colliding and the kind of romance that ensues. In a nutshell, that's what it is.
Nikesh, tell me more about your role in Starstruck.
So we meet both these characters at a party at New Year's Eve, where Jessie sneaks into the men's bathroom, bumps into a guy. They bumps into Tom, has no idea who he is. They sort of have a kind of flirt, and then cut to the countdown for New Year's Eve. They're making out in the back of the cab, and they go home together, and they end up having a one-night stand, which is quite a fun way to set up a will they, won't they between a famous movie star and someone who is not from that world at all. And I think the fun is seeing two people from quite different worlds who, you know, in some ways, it's kind of why we love watching rom-coms, right? It's how these two crazy kids going to work it out. You know, what are the obstacles that they're going to come up against? And I think, Rose and Alice Snedden, who co-write the show, they're very steeped in rom-com lore, I would say.
Yes.
Yes. And have a lot of fun with. Yeah, and have a lot of fun with playing with the conventions, and also just writing really, really funny, very warm scripts. So it's really, really fun thing to be a part of.
And sorry, Rose, as the writer, Rose, you wrote this. It's hilarious. What inspired it, though?
Well, honestly, I mean, it went backwards from and going, oh, okay, so I want to write a rom-com, and then what to make that about. And it is slightly inspired by just sort of, I mean, I'm obsessed with celebrity culture and just like, I mean, as any kind of woman my age is, love celebrity gossip, Instagram accounts, all of that stuff. And also a couple of stories of, like, friends of friends who have sort of had these similar encounters, potentially not like one night stands, but just hanging out with like random mega celebs in London. And I think a lot of people in their lifetimes have that experience. And I think, I don't know if it's as common in the States, but in London, I think everyone you kind of know has like this one story about how like you weirdly had a beer with so-and-so in 2009, or you ended up having a massive rager with, I don't know, Keith Richards or something. I don't know many people who know Keith Richards, but as an example, this show is not based on a one night stand with Keith Richards, though I will just be on record as saying that that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, have a wait for me to find that out.
Yeah, I know. You are playing a version of Keith Richards. I'm so sorry, Nikki. But yeah, no, it was just a random general kind of the concept, and I think it's a fun concept to play with, particularly with like status and romantic chemistry and all of that. So yeah, that's where it came from.
And Nikesh, what is your favorite part about participating in this project? You've done a lot of things recently, but what was unique about this one?
The people, quite honestly, it was such a from top to bottom. I just got a chance to work with a lot of very funny people that are very good at their jobs. And we made this at a time where we were all stuck inside. So yeah, that was pretty great.
Right through the pandemic, it's insane.
Yeah, getting to act out what it's like to be at a New Year's Eve party when the only person I'd spent months at a time with was my flatmate. was really nice. But yeah, I think it's a show, and it's really lovely to see how people have responded to it, because it's a show about connection and the excitement of falling for someone and meeting someone new, and yeah, so it was a real treat to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose, what are you looking forward to the most in being able to share this and get this great project out to the masses?
I'm happy it's out. It's happy out in the States. Yeah, I'm really happy that more people are being able to see it, I suppose. It's very surreal, to be honest, because I've only not really done many things in the States. So I think I forget how many people live there. So
Your country's very big.
Yeah, very big, very, very big. And compared to, even UK and even New Zealand, even smaller than, that's a whole new level of small. So yeah, it's very exciting, and it's just nice because I feel like people are, no matter where it is, no matter which country it goes out, and I think it's relating to so many people, because everyone can kind of relate to falling in love and having a crush, and to be able to make something that relates and it kind of transcends where you're necessarily from, is a real treat, because it means you just get to connect with so many more people around the world. So yeah, it's good.
Well, this is a hilarious rom-com. I'm so looking forward to tuning in. Starstruck premieres on HBO Max. Thank you so much, Rose and Nikesh, for joining us today. It's been wonderful talking with you both.
Thanks for having us, Christine.
Thanks for watching this episode of What's Now. We appreciate you, our viewers, and please let us know if there's content that you want to see right here on this show. I'm your host, Christine Napier. I'll see you next time.